Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate Refresh. We've got an awesome session lined up for you guys today, but I want to let you know we're going to be covering 3 topics first before we talk about some other exciting news we have here in the office. Specifically, we want to talk about the 3 mistakes buyers can avoid when they're going home shopping. And we run across this a lot because we get these calls in our office saying, "You won't believe what this problem I'm having." And we say, "Let me guess, is it one of these 3 things?" And usually the answer is yes. So the very first thing that we're going to talk about today is that you want to avoid, if you're trying to buy a home, you want to avoid going directly to the listing agent. I'm going to tell you why in a second. We've got some interesting statistics here for you behind the reason. The second thing we're going to talk about today is how to vet your realtor and why you want to do that. And then the third thing we're going to talk about today is why you should demand a contract from your buyer's representative. I'm going to repeat that because I don't think most people understand what that means. Why you should demand a contract from your buyer's agent, the realtor who's helping you go out and shop for homes. We'll talk more about that in a minute also. My name is Nat Ferguson. I'm the broker of Ferguson Realty. Do me a favor real quick if you guys are tuning in. I see Maureen is here, Renee's here. Just hit the like button, hit the love button, and let me know where it is you guys are listening from today, where you're tuning in from today. And I'm just going to kind of let a few more people show up, and then we'll get started here. We've got some really interesting information. We dug deep into the MLS statistics like we do every time. So when we're sharing this information with you, you know that it's not something we're making up down here at our office. This is actual information we're seeing through the multiple listing service as we watch these sales kind of come and go locally. Let's see here. I got Dana on. What's up, Dana? How are you doing? Maureen, Renee, a few more people trickling in. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Before we do that, Real Estate Refresh is a weekly live show that we decided to launch here to just bring you actionable real estate information and tips to help make educated decisions as you head out into the real estate market. It's a very tricky market out there right now. And then towards the end of the segment today, we're going to be revealing our 2 new listings coming up in the area later this month. You're going to want to hear all about them. No, you cannot find them by searching on Zillow or Realtor.com. They're simply not online yet. But I'm going to tell you the address today, and I'm going to give you some highlights about those properties a little bit later here in the show. And by the way, this is going to be a quick show. We like to keep these short and sweet. We'll probably be maybe 10 minutes, 15 tops. And everybody, I see you kind of trickling in. Is the audio sound okay? Can you guys hear my audio? I've got my little mic on here, and I just want to make sure that's coming through loud and clear. So if you can let me know the audio sounds good, I will continue in just a moment. Hello? I like the little waving hand, Dana. I know you're out to dinner right now, so I appreciate you swinging in and saying hello. Can you guys hear my audio okay? Everything good? Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So again, this week we're focusing on 3 things. 3 mistakes, really, buyers should be avoiding when they're starting their home search. And the very first one, this is interesting because we get this one a lot at our office. And this is why you should avoid going directly to the listing agent if you're out shopping for homes. So you think about it, right? Everybody's got all these apps on their smartphone. And so what they find a home they like, and they think, well, I'm just going to go directly to the listing agent. It's going to give me some type of an advantage. Right? That's what we hear at our office. We're just going to call all the listing agents in town, and then whichever one has a property that meets our criteria, that listing agent will call me back and I'll get the deal. So to that point, here's the statistics, but I want to hear, and I know Maureen, you know the answer to this question, so you're not allowed to guess, okay? Of all of the closed sales, right, all the homes that sold recently, what percentage of those homes was the buyer represented by their own agent? Okay, so of all the listings that have sold recently, all the homes that have sold in the area, what percentage of those had a realtor that was representing the seller and representing the buyer? I'm just curious to hear your guess. Now I'm going to give you a minute to type in your answer. I think you're going to be surprised, right? Because remember, this is the strategy. I'm going to buy a home. I'm going to work the numbers in my favor. I'm going to go directly to the listing agent. So of the people that went directly to the listing agent, of all the recent home sales, how many of those people were represented by their own realtor? I'm going to take a look here at the comments. Okay. So I'm waiting for your I'm waiting for your guesses to trickle in, and then I'm going to reveal to you what I was even more surprised. I knew the answer was going to be fairly high, but I was surprised at the number. Even higher. Dana says 60%. No. Dana, actually more than 60% of home buyers, are working with their own buyer's representative. Any other guesses? How many people are represented by a realtor when they're going to try to purchase a house? All right. The answer is, and we looked at this number for 2016. In 2016, 80% of all the homes that sold, right, the buyers were represented by their own realtor. And that number's gone down just a little bit. We're at 78%. 78%. So that's basically 8 out of every 10 homes, buyers are represented by their own agent. So let me put this in perspective for you. If you are trying to buy a house and your strategy is that you're going to go directly to the listing agent, do you see the disadvantage that puts you at? So only 2 out of every 10 homes sells directly to the buyer. The buyer went directly to the listing agent. So would you rather be part of the 80% or part of the 20%? And that's the conversation we have with people here at our office. Is it seems like with all of the real estate apps, when you're in the market shopping for a home, you can just go direct to the listing agent. You can just go direct to the person that's selling the home. You're putting yourself at a big disadvantage. Very interesting. Oh, and by the way, of those 20% of buyers that went directly to the listing agent, can you guess how many of those people got a deal, right? Some of those people think they're going to go to the listing agent and they're going to get some kind of negotiation power, right? Some kind of leverage. Can you guess how many people got a deal when they didn't have their own realtor and they went directly to the listing agent? I agree with what you say, Alice. And then there's the liability issue as well. So let me tell you. I think, okay, Maureen, she just researched the statistics on this. So of the 20% that went without representation, that went directly to the listing agent, of those 20%, 60% of them paid at or above the asking price. Look, I guess the point I'm trying to make here is there really is no advantage. I want to dispel the myth because I know a lot of people that we talk to just they don't want to hear this. And I'm telling you this because I whether you work with us or not, I want you to be informed. There is no advantage to going directly to the listing agent. There really is no advantage. And if you're making 10 offers, right, you have a 20% chance that the listing agent is going to accept yours over somebody who's represented with a realtor. So moving on, and I hate to belabor the point, but that's just one that we get a lot at the office, so I wanted to impress upon you those statistics. The next one is how to vet your agent, how to vet your real estate agent. This one, I guess if you thought about it in terms of dining out at a restaurant, it wouldn't be a hard question to answer. You would probably go onto Yelp and you would look at restaurant reviews for the type of restaurant you wanted to dine at. Well, realtors can vet them and look at their reviews on Yelp. Yelp tends to be a more pay-to-play, so not a lot of realtors have reviews on there, but I would recommend looking at Yelp. You can go type in real estate professionals, or type in the person's first name and last name into Yelp and just hit search, and you can see their reviews on there. The one that we recommend people take a look at is Zillow. Zillow, most people think of Zillow for like getting a Zestimate, a home value, or maybe people use Zillow to look at homes that are for sale. One of the bigger components of Zillow is their agent reviews. Okay, so when you go onto Zillow, you can click on agents right at the top of the screen, and you can search by a real estate agent's name, or you can search a geographic area and then see what search results are returned to you. The reason I recommend this is really simple, okay? If you are seeking to buy a home or sell a home, you should really be able to go on there and see if an agent that you're considering working with is even active. Are they even active? Because on Zillow, you're not just going to see 1 through 5 stars and then a review. You also get to see all of the past sales activity of a particular realtor that you may be considering working with. I think that's important because, listen, there's a lot of people with real estate licenses. I think everybody would agree that that's a fair statement. But not all of them are actively selling real estate. And if they're actively selling real estate, do they have recent client reviews on their Zillow profile? Please take 10 minutes, 15 minutes when you're trying to figure out which agent to work with and go onto Zillow, type in their name, read their client reviews, see what their sales activity is. It makes a big difference in choosing who you hire. And listen, right? When you're buying a house, you don't pay the realtor's commission anyways. So wouldn't it make sense to get the best representation that you can get for free? I think most people would say yes. And then moving on. Why should you demand a contract when you're looking to hire a buyer's agent? So you're thinking about buying a home. You do your research on Zillow. You vet a couple agents that you think are going to do a good job. They've got a lot of recent sales and good reviews. But do those realtors work with their buyers under a contract? And most buyers, it doesn't cross their mind to ask that question. Now, let me put things in perspective. If you were going to list your home for sale, you would not consider doing that without signing a listing agreement. Okay, right? So what is it? The listing agreement says, I'm hiring you, Mr. Realtor. I'm giving you 4 months, 6 months to sell my house at this price. And so this expectation is set for a performance or for an outcome. But when people are out shopping for homes, they don't think to ask their buyer's agent for a contract. And why would you want to do that? Well, it's very simple. The way we think about it at our office is this. We don't want our home buyers out searching on their phones, calling us and telling us, hey, I saw this really neat house. Can you show it to me? The process by which we work with buyers, and if a buyer's agent works with a contract, that really should guarantee to the particular home buyer what their expectations should be. Is this particular buyer's agent working with everybody under the sun, just running every which way with no commitment to a particular client? Or, like in our office, we call it a VIP loyalty agreement. And we make promises and we set your expectations with that contract so you know that we're not out working with everybody under the sun. We work with a really small number of clients. And the reason we choose to do that is we know how much time and effort it goes into turning over every stone, knocking on every door, following up with everybody we know that may want to sell their house so we can get our buyers into the type of home they're looking for. So if your buyer's representative, your buyer's agent, isn't willing to sign a contract, what guarantee do you have that they're actually out representing your best interest and doing everything they can to help you find the home you're looking for? All right, you guys, I've given you a lot of information there, and I just want to follow up with one more point on asking for a contract from your buyer's representative. When we have buyers that we're working with that we call our VIP clients, one of the biggest benefits to being a VIP client at Ferguson Realty, and this is my only sales pitch, you as a VIP client get to have first look at our new listings before they come on the market, which is a perfect segue into our 2 new listings that we're proud to share with you tonight. So again, you can Google the address and you can drive by, but these are not going to be in the multiple listing service or Zillow or Realtor.com until later this month. So the first one we're excited to share with you is 319 14th Street. Let me repeat the address. 319 14th Street. You'll see a little coming soon sign out front. That's all you're going to see because our clients are in the process of getting that home ready for the market. But here's the good stuff. 319 14th Street, completely remodeled in 2017, this year, on 1.5 lots, so the big lot and a half. And one of the things we're most excited about is it has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Well, why is that a big deal? The home has a big addition, a huge master suite addition up above the garage in the back. Okay? And a lot of homes in Old Town, when they have these larger footprints, they don't have any downstairs bedrooms or downstairs bathrooms. And some of our clients that either have extended family that are older living with them, or some of our clients who want to plan for the future and not have to climb stairs, are left without a ground floor bedroom bathroom option. So 319 14th Street actually has 2 first floor bedrooms, and both of them have in-suite bathrooms. So there's no like hallway bathroom you have to share. So fantastic property. When is it coming on the market? It's coming on the market on September 27th, and it's 2,020 square feet. Solar panels on top, all new landscaping, all new exterior. The list is going to be long, and I don't want to bore you with all the details here. I will send out an email update, or you can message us through the page if you'd like to know exactly what we have in terms of square footage and amenities and that type of thing. But really, new kitchen, new windows, new siding, new roof. It's new copper, new air conditioning. I mean, it's essentially a brand new home. That was 319 14th Street. Moving on, 521 Laguna Place. We've got so many people that come to us and say, do you have anything coming up for sale on the hill? Well, we do. 521 Laguna Place. Now, it's down in the Coves, but kind of on the a little bit closer to Bolsa. This one has got a lot of talking points, and I know I'm already past my 15-minute mark here, so but I want to take a minute and really explain to you guys 521 Laguna Place. So this home is completely eco-friendly. It's essentially a self-sustained home. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on an oversized lot. And I have to keep looking at my notes here because I have so much I've written down for this particular property. It's on an oversized lot. It's on an 8,700 square foot lot on the hill. So it's almost a double lot for the hill. And it's at the end of a cul-de-sac, which is, I mean, you know it's ideal. Very little through traffic. And you know how those cul-de-sac lots are just like these giant wedge-shaped lots. So the property has got, in the front and in the back, it's got its own organic gardens on the property. And I'm just going to kind of just look down at my notes here so I'm not missing anything. It's got a remodeled kitchen, The bathrooms have been remodeled. It's got a new roof with solar panels. We mentioned the organic garden. This is my first for me. It's got an aquaponic tilapia farm. You gotta have to see it to believe it. It's got a rain catchment system, and if that isn't enough, it's got its own swimming pool at the back of the property. It's got so many amenities. This one is going to be a must-see. And again, the address on that one is 521 Laguna Place. When is it coming on the market? It's coming on the market September 27th. So we've got a few weeks yet. Listen, thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And in the interim, if you know of any friends or family that have been talking about buying or selling, we would certainly appreciate your referrals. That's it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.